Hello, my friends. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope everybody's well, depending on where you are in the world. If you're here, as always, please kindly put a like and most importantly, say hello in the chat so I know that you're here, especially if you are a regular or especially if you're a Patreon member. As always, we're going to talk about what's happening in the markets before we start answering questions. Before we begin, I'm just going to let know that every single member, I just finished answering every single DM on Patreon. That took a while. You might not think it's a big achievement, but it is. It's a full-time job because there are thousands of members. That being the case, you have thousands of people asking questions every single day. And once you answer a question, there's another question. So it's never ending. I love it. I'm lucky to be full-time crypto. Not complaining about just saying I finally answered everybody. And if I did not answer you, and I should have, once again, send me a DM. So yeah, okay, let's talk about what's currently happening in the market. So we've had before XRP pumped during the lawsuit pump. I call it the lawsuit pump, basically, when we got the positive news about the SEC. XRP pumped to 95 cents. When it was at roughly 88 cents, I published a market update on Patreon saying that we are expecting a retracement back to 51 to 59 cent zone. Currently, XRP is at 51 cents if you check the price right now. So after that, we had the second win just recently. And once again, we had the same thing happening as the first time during the lawsuit. When it's all wonderful long-term for XRP. I'm very happy for us, the XRP community, and everybody who holds XRP. The only problem is that once again on Twitter we had just a few days ago saying that XRP is about to moon, that here $10 here we come, that the XRP is going to break its all-time high soon. All the usual dribble and kindergarten level nonsense. So what happened, right? Once again, that pump has been fully retraced. So when that news came out, XRP pumped from like 50 and 51 cents to like 55 cents. So once again, we're currently at 51 cents and we're going down to 50 cents and lower. And the pump has been retraced. So once again, if you did not listen the 100 times before when I was telling you don't listen to Riddlers and constant moon boys and permabulls and Riddlers and maximalists and just crazy people, basically. If you didn't listen 100 times before, I hope you listened during the lawsuit pump because the XRP did retrace to 51 cents. And if you didn't listen then, I hope you listened just the other day when I was telling you that all these price predictions are nonsense and we're going to retrace it because now we're here, we retrace, we're once again back at 51 cents. I hope you're going to listen now. And if you don't listen now, I'm going to keep drilling it into your head until you start listening and start making money in this market. Either way, XRP is back at 51 cents. Now, Ethereum is stuck in a range. Bitcoin is stuck in a range. The reason why many coins are stuck in the range is because of Bitcoin. Unfortunately, the market is tied to Bitcoin still. The dominance is huge. It owns basically the majority of the market by market cap. Whatever Bitcoin does, alts follow. Very often when Bitcoin pumps, some alts pump very hard. When Bitcoin drops, most alts drop very hard. And so whether or not we like it, we always have to analyze Bitcoin and see what Bitcoin does to see where the market is going. Currently, Bitcoin is stuck in a range that it has been stuck in its range for over 200 days. Every single time we reach the bottom of the range, we have bears saying that we're about to go to $12,000. And every single time we reach the peak of the range, we have people saying that we're about to see the all-time high this year or $250,000 Bitcoin, which is complete and utter nonsense, of course. So all that we have to do in accordance with our strategy is ignore all the noise, ignore the permabulls and the permabears, the entertainers out there, basic people who are making content either for clout or for clicks, likes, and basically paid views. So we have to ignore people who do that. Of course, there are many great content creators out there who do this to make money and help people. For example, I can say I just named one of them is my friend Tori Corton is one of them. So either way, we ignore all the noise, and all that's required of us right now is to make sure we do not force any entries, and to make sure that we only execute more entries in accordance with our strategy, only at new lows. If these entries don't come, we simply do not touch the sideline capital. of our investment portfolio that we've been putting together for over a year to accumulate in the accumulation phase. Some coins are still in the accumulation phase that you can buy, and some coins are not. For example, coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are no longer in the accumulation phase. We bought at significantly lower prices. If we are to buy again, the strategy says that the entries have to be better, and therefore they can only be bought at new lows. Now, once again, there are many coins in the $99 tier that you can buy. They're currently down 90, 95, 97, 98, and 99%. They still haven't moved, and you can still buy them. There are coins that have already moved, so you'll not be able to buy them, and you already missed the train on them. So before you keep missing more trains, so to speak, as much as I hate that phrase, I cannot actually believe that I use it. This is how much I guess even the nonstop Riddler BS is affecting even me in terms of phrases on Twitter. But either way, before you miss more pumps, make sure you join the $99 tier and buy these coins before they have moved while they're still down 95 to 99%. I've had coins like RNDR move, and once it was up 500% from our entry, I had members reach out and say, should I buy RNDR now? And the answer was always no, you should not buy RNDR because you missed out. Do not FOMO. The rules are we do not FOMO, we do not chase green candles. So, if you're FOMOing into green candles, you're being used as exit liquidity. It means that your risk is now of getting dumped on is much higher. It means that you're like the targets that we had, you're not going to get there and your ROI is going to be smaller. So do not force entries on coins that have already moved. Once again, there are coins that have not moved. So join the $99 tier and get these coins before they move. I know that the psychology is that nobody wants to buy these coins while they're down 95 and 99% because everybody keeps thinking they're going to keep going down and down and down and they want to catch the bottom. And then the psychology is once these coins move up, they see 500% pump or an 800% pump like with another coin that we had, or especially in the euphoria phase when these coins are up like 2,000 or 5,000 or 10,000%. This is when everybody wants to buy, which is very silly. You should never be buying into green candles. You should be buying at depression. You should be buying in a so-called bear market, which is the accumulation phase when nobody wants to buy before the coins move, because once coins move, it's too late. So, if your market mindset is that you're affected by green and red, change that around. Think of the red as the green and vice versa. Think of the green as the red. When everything is down and it can potentially go much lower, you should be excited about the fact that you're buying at discounted prices, that you have the opportunity to make massive ROI and diversify. And then when everything has pumped hard and everything's up a lot and everything is green, you should be afraid and scared and take heavy profits and get out of the market, because what happens every single time after massive green candles is massive, huge crashes, roughly 85% if we were to take the entire crypto market cap together. So be aware of that. Right now, I'm excited about the fact that we have amazing entries that we're currently holding. We're going to keep holding, which were accumulated at significantly lower prices. I'm excited about the fact that some of the coins in the $99 tier are pumping. If you're a part of that, you probably know that one of the coins recently made a new all-time high. Another one is currently pumping nicely too. And some coins are doing nothing. Some coins are down. So once again, the coins that are down and are doing nothing, those are the ones that you accumulate and you buy before they move. The ones that have moved, you don't accumulate anymore. My little buddy, my daughter is playing here. She's always present because if you take her to any other room while daddy is doing it live, she's going to throw a tantrum. So it's much easier to have her here playing around with daddy while mommy is here. That way she's, calmer. Let's see. So yeah, as I keep reiterating, patience is required to get to the euphoria phase. Patience is required. Just because you want the market to move now, it's not going to move now. In terms of Bitcoin, once again, I reiterate that Bitcoin had a local bottom of 50K after roughly 85% crash as always, after roughly 400 days as always, and from there on, it's been making higher highs and higher lows. So far, the high and low on the market on the macro is being respected. As long as that high and low is respected, we're not going to see lower targets hit on the Millionaire spreadsheet, and we're not going to force entries. Now, if that high low does not hold, this means that we're going to get a big crash, and that means that we're most likely going to see new lows, and that means I would actually love to see that, because that means that more entries in the Millionaire spreadsheet would be hit, and I would love to see every single entry get hit and filled, but probably that's not going to happen because perfection is a lie. I know from experience that I've never been able to nail every single entry. That's why we don't chase bottoms. We just dollar cost average at new lows after massive crashes, because some entries, they're too low and they're never hit. And at the same time, in the euphoria phase, I know not every single price target is going to be hit. That being the case, we're going to have trading take profits to make sure that we get out in a good profit either way, even when the price target is not hit, because I'm 100% sure and confident that some price targets are not going to be hit because that's what happened in the past. And I'm 100% sure that some entries are not going to get filled because that's what happened in the past. Once again, remember that we're not here for perfection. Perfection is a lie and it's not required. We're not here to buy the bottom and sell the top, which is a fairy tale. It does not happen. If you've been able to do that once or twice, you got lucky. You can't do that consistently. Nobody has ever been able to do that consistently in speculative markets. We're here for a very simple reason. We're here to buy low, sell high, and preferably to buy very low and sell very high. So we're already done buy low and we're waiting to sell high. We've got those entries that we bought after 70, 80, 90, 95% crashes. Now if we get further crashes and more entries are hit in the million spreadsheet, that's already buy very low. And that means basically that ROI is going to be greater than before your face, and that's sell very high. Once again, buying the bottom and selling the top is not required. We just need to be good at what we do. We just need to do well. Remember, don't be a maximalist of any coin. If you're a Bitcoin maximalist, stop hating on XRP, Ethereum, and other coins. Buy some Ethereum and XRP. If you're an XRP maximalist and you're all in on XRP and you hate Bitcoin and Ethereum, stop hating on XRP, on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Buy those coins instead. Stop being a maximalist. If you've been in this market for years and you've been a maximalist of any coin, you know that you've missed out on amazing entries. If you're saying that you haven't, you're in denial. You're in huge denial and you're a liar. I know as a person who heavily diversified in the last 2 cycles that I made money and great money because I diversified. And I know that diversification is a huge factor in making money in this market. And, unfortunately, the majority is, when we look at the statistics, the majority of people who invest in crypto, that's roughly 80% lose money. And therefore, that the majority of people on Twitter are LARPs. And I myself, I don't like to call any people out, so I'm not going to say any names, but I know that the majority of people there are LARPs and are lying. The reason being because, for example, I remember when I was selling, let's take Bitcoin or Ethereum, right? When I was selling after big pumps and quite close to the top and near the top, they were saying that I'm selling too early. I'm getting out too early. I'm going to miss out on a huge pump. Let's say with Bitcoin to $250,000, and I'm going to miss out with the Ethereum pump to 20K or 25K. None of that ever happened, right? So they're LARPs because they were saying they're not taking profits, and then all of a sudden, when we're down in because of the bear market, they change their narratives and start lying that they took profits there, which they did not. So that's who you're listening to. Be aware of that. You're listening to people who during bull markets keep saying that the coin is going to go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and during the bear markets, very often they start saying it's going to go lower and lower and lower and lower. Of course, there are idiots who are perma bears, so no matter what happens, they're always bearish, and then there are idiots who are perma bulls, or very bullish all the time. No matter what happens, they just hype stuff up. Like a lot of Bitcoin maximalists are that way, and a lot of XRP maximalists are that way. Only talk about positivity, only talk about positive news, institutional adoption, technology, none of that, which is currently relevant because every single time the coins crash very hard after big pumps. So just please do not fall for this BS with these people. Please kind of don't listen to these people, because if you start believing what they're saying, you're going to get hurt by not selling when you're supposed to sell. And you're going to get hurt by not buying when you're supposed to buy. Remember, we're not chasing tops and bottoms. We're not trying to be perfect. We're just here to do well and be good at what we do. We're just here to buy low, sell high, right? Just keep that in mind. Please don't let anybody dissuade you from diversifying. The reason I say this is because I want you to do well and I don't want you to get hurt. What's the point for me to sit here, right? I've had some people tell me that I shill coins or something, right? You have no idea the majority of coins that I'm in, right? I don't mention the overwhelming majority of coins that I'm in. Only my Patreon members know what these coins are, right? So to tell me that I shill coins is kind of silly, right? Because I don't even mention the overwhelming majority of coins I'm in. I don't tell you what the entries are when I got in. I don't tell you what the exits are, but my Patreon members know, right? And they will always know. The point I'm not trying to make is that I tell you to diversify because it has worked for me in the last 2 cycles, and it's going to work, therefore, very likely work once again in this 3rd cycle, right? I tell you because it's a very important factor. I know that diversification has saved me greatly. Like, for example, I've given this example very, very often. At one point back in the day, I had probably if I'm to be exactly to talk about the exact percentage, it was probably, maybe 47% of my entire portfolio was an XRP, right? Which was a huge mistake. You should never have such a huge amount of your portfolio in any coin out there. That's one of those things that I've incorporated into a strategy, because if I had split evenly between all the other coins, I would have made more money, right? So anyway, let's not go there. But the point is that I thought the XRP is going to pump to $7 to $13 way before another coin in my portfolio, BNB, is going to do 100x, and I expected BNB to do 100x. I bought it below $5, just under $5, and I was waiting for $500 as my last take profit target. What happened is that BNB pumped and did 100x way before XRP hit $7 to $13. To this day, XRP has not hit $7 to $13, and BNB has already done more than 100x. So diversification saved me. What did I learn from things like this? And this is just one example. The thing that I learned from this, I should not have to have like roughly half my portfolio in one coin. The thing that I learned from this is that if I'd split it even in between all coins, that means I would have had more money in VAT and BNB, for example, which were my top movers in the last cycle, and therefore I would have made way more money, right? And it could have, as maybe this cycle, it will be XRP that outperforms the other coins, right? Which is why now I make sure that I'm diversified with roughly equal sums, to make sure that it doesn't matter which coin does well, as long as coins in the portfolio do well, because there are going to be definitely coins that pump extremely hard, those that do okay, and those that die and go to zero. Absolutely, you have to be aware of that, right? Make sure to diversify, because if you're only holding one or two or three coins, yes, it's possible that you're holding winners, but what is the likelihood of that when there are like roughly 27,000 coins out there in coin market cap alone, I believe? The likelihood is quite low. But if you got 20, 30 coins, right, maybe even more, you're a lot likelier to catch huge pumps. And when you have only one coin, yeah, sure, maybe you're very lucky and you have like the Doge of the last cycle, right? Once again, the likelihood of that, mathematically and statistically speaking, is very low. But if you have 10 coins, you're now 10 times likelier to catch the Doge of the next cycle. Like, I know that many people use different methods to tell which coin is going to pump hard, right? Like, for example, many people out there are very gravitate towards the utility and use cases, right? Which once again, the cycles in crypto have proven are irrelevant at this point in the market. The way that has been proven is that during every single peak, we have people saying that, Rob, you're an idiot. This time we're not going to crash. This time is different. Institutional adoption, institutional money, the great technology, and the use case and the utility will not let it crash this hard this time. This time is different. What happens instead of every single time we drop hard? Why? Because speculation is the law of the land. That's the way crypto moves right now. And institutional adoption, there is no institutional adoption. Institutions are the ones that are dumping on you and buying silently when they're scaring you, so you don't buy. And the technology and use cases don't matter. The only reason why use cases and utility matter is because you should use that as a factor when you're buying a coin. You should factor into your strategy, because you know that the retail investor, especially who come from traditional markets like the stock market, that they gravitate towards coins that have a utility and that have utility and have a big community, right? So that's something you should incorporate into your strategy when you're looking to buy a coin, right? But it doesn't matter. Once you see in the bear market, every single coin that goes through the bear market, everything crashes hard. Name any utility coin right now, any coin that's been through a bear market. Let's look at the chart. It has crashed every single time, roughly 90%. Now, let's look at the overwhelming majority of the coins that were in the top 100 or top 200 back in 2017, 2018. Most of them are below the 500 position on coin market cap. Some are below 1,000th position, and some are below 2,000th position, right? That's the truth about using use cases and utility to determine which coin is going to pump hard. Because I remember back in 2017, 2018, people, huge fans of these coins that are currently down like 99.99%, and that basically have like practically no trading volume and are dead. I remember when they were saying that in 2020 and in 2021 or 2022 or 2023, they're going to be millionaires off these coins because of the great utility use cases and the problems that these coins are solving, or that in 2025 they're going to make $100 million by investing, I don't know, $10,000 It was just ridiculous as it is now. The reality is that you've never heard of these coins if you're a newcomer, right? If you're an OG, you know which coins I'm referring to. Just open coin market cap, you remember coins that were there like Dragon Chain and many others, right? If you're a newcomer, you've never heard of these coins, right? You know why you've never heard of them? Because they're dead. You will never hear of them. It's over for these coins, for these projects. They're never coming back. The $10,000 that people invested, for example, they're gone forever. They're never coming back. It's done, right? That's the brutal reality of it. So make sure that you're not favoring a coin just because of the utility and use case. Because the utility and use case is not going to do much once the bear market hits and everything crashes hard. If you don't believe me, open coin market cap and look at your favorite utility coin right now and see how much it is down from the all-time high. So remember that markets are speculative. What we have to do is we have to get into many different coins with different narratives. As I keep reiterating, get some meme coins, some great utility coins with different use cases that target different problems. Some exchange coins, some DeFi coins, some privacy coins, some gaming and AI coins, some NFT coins. Get it all. Diversify into different coins with different narratives. Make sure you buy some blue chips. Make sure you buy some mid caps. Make sure you buy some small caps, and make sure that you do not favor one coin over another. Make sure that you split the amounts of money you're investing into blue chips evenly, and make sure that you invest less into mid caps, but make sure that you split the money you invest into mid caps evenly. Make sure you invest less into small caps, but make sure that you split the money you invest into small caps evenly, or make sure that the sums are small, which is what I do. For example, I might invest anywhere from $500 to $3,000 into the small caps. It might seem that there's a huge difference for that, but there isn't. For me, it's just what I feel like. For me, these are small sums. If small sums for me were only $100, $200, I would be investing only that amount into small caps. Remember that there are other metrics. For example, I teach this in my $99 tier. In my posts, if you're a $99 tier member, you know exactly what I'm referring to, how I analyze coins and how I pick up my coins, right? And how so far it has worked quite well. In the last cycle, 7 out of my 9 coins delivered, which was my main portfolio. And in the cycle before that, the first cycle that I was in, every single coin delivered. So I hope that, and I'm pretty sure that this cycle we're going to do well too, although we have way more coins. The point I'm trying to make is that my method works, right? And it's not based on utility and use cases. I know that the market is speculative. I know how to pick out these coins, and then I sell. I sell because I know that everything is going to go down. And just remember, right now, for example, we're in a phase where people are depressed and tired. They're worn down and they're just tired, right? They're depressed. Do not be depressed. Be happy that you're here right now when everything crashes and goes down the drain and Bitcoin goes below $10,000 or $5,000. If you're a patron member, you should be ready for those kind of scenarios. Nobody knows what is going to happen, but if it happens, you should be ready for those kind of scenarios because it's incorporated into the millionaire spreadsheet. You should be thanking God that you got those amazing entries because, believe it or not, historically, every single bear market has ended. Every single recession, financial crisis, depression, the Great Depression ended. You name it. Every single one ended. You know what came afterwards? New all-time highs for speculative markets and huge massive bumps. So as long as you're prepared for it, you're not going to be caught with your pants down, and you're going to do well. Of course, right now, if you have all your money in the market and you've injected your entire investment portfolio into the market, well, that's not a good thing, right? That's not part of the strategy. That should have never been the case, which is roughly, I reiterate several times, and I keep repeating that I roughly have right now about 55% of my investment portfolio in the market and 45% is sidelined. That 45% might be sidelined forever and I might never invest it because the only time it will be invested is if we get new lows and more targets on the millionaire spreadsheet are hit. If they're not hit and we don't get hit new lows, I never use that money. I've missed out with that amount. So I only have the entries that I have. And if the market goes up, I make a life-changing sum once again. So just please remember, I keep repeating this and repeating this, that perfection is a lie. My little bunny. Perfection is a lie, and it is not required. All that is required of us is to do well. We just have to buy low, sell high. We just have to get into coins before they pump and get out of them before they dump. We have to get into coins after massive crashes and get out after massive pumps. We have to get into coins after massive crashes without trying to catch the bottom and simply buying at new lows if the coin keeps crashing. And when you have to get out of the coin after big pumps without trying to catch the top, as the coin keeps pumping, and make sure that you keep raising your trailing take profit. And you have to make sure that once that trailing take profit is hit, that you never take that money and then rotate this money into a coin in your portfolio that hasn't moved, because the likelihood that it's going to move before the huge crashes come is extremely low, statistically, mathematically speaking. And what you're basically doing is killing your profits. So your profits are about to get wiped when the bear market hits and everything crashes hard. So make sure that you never rotate profits until massive crashes. Make sure when you rotate profits that you only rotate a portion of your profits, right? You should never put all the money that you made back into the market after a cycle, right? Maybe take like half maximum. The other half you should never touch. Leave it for your life. Leave it for your family, right? You can take maximum half of that, put it back into the market to use as your investment portfolio for the next cycle. But please remember that you should never chase the bottom. Just buy low and very low. Be patient. Then when it's time to sell, you should never chase the top and sell high and very high, preferably. And all we're here for is to make life-changing money and several X our portfolios, basically. Let's see what you're saying, my friends. Abdel L, it's good to see you. I don't know why you have a loading circle. Unfortunately, I can't read what you're saying. Lilo, it's good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Peter, hello, brother. How are you doing? Marcus Hart is saying, what's up, Rob? I'm looking into becoming a Patreon member. Awesome, Marcus Hart. I'm glad to hear that. Join the Crypto Coins crew. We have thousands of members. And if you come on board, hope you'll be one of the winners with us, my friend. Rainy Steps is saying, hello, Rob. Keep up the great work. Rainy Steps, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. By the way, if everyone is here, please put a like. I would appreciate a like. Luciano Limoni, hi there, brother. How are you doing? Good to see you here. My little baby. You okay, darling? She's just being silly. She coughs on purpose to make sure that basically we pay attention to her. Anyway, it's Crypto J saying, do you see better entries before a bull run? Yes, I do. Whether or not it's going to happen, nobody knows. Like I said earlier, my friend, I have sideline capital that will only be used if we see not just better entries, but new lows, meaning that the market will not only have to crash, but crash so hard we will need new lows. If it doesn't happen, I'm not adding more. I'm just holding the entries that I have, which are great as they are already. Lolo Zoo is saying, what do you think of the Craig Wright lawsuit for January to make BSV the true BTC and have back the ticker symbol? Lolo, I think that I'll try to be as respectful as I can towards Craig Wright because I don't like to speak poorly of anybody when no name is incorporated. But I'm going to just say this: that everything to do with Craig Wright, I have zero interest. Anything that he says, I have no interest in whatsoever. I do not take him seriously. I wish him all the best in life. Like what Craig Wright does, zero interest to me. I hope I answered your question, my friend. XHX is saying, I went ahead on that Harmony buy. It's down 97% with a low market cap. Hit 50 cents last bull run, so potential 50x. Awesome, actually awesome. If you think it's a coin that can do well and it's down a huge amount, 97% is a huge amount. Don't chase the bottom, buy some, wait, and it might be one of those coins that pop hard. Just make sure that you don't start favoring that coin. So you basically start dollar cost averaging into that coin. Well done. You bought it after a 97% crash. Leave it be. Now go look for other gems and buy another gem that is down a lot. And after you've done that, go find another gem that is down a lot. Do not start favoring one gem over another because it might be the gem that does 50 to 100x in the peak euphoria phase, but it also might be not a gem, but one of those coins that is a complete scam, gets rugged and goes to zero and dies and never comes back, which is why you have to make sure that you diversify into different projects. Oof, my friend Gaborito is here. Let you be making all the lives, my friend. How are you? He's saying, hello, brother. Finally caught you at a calm moment. The baby to be is heart starting beating. The donkey has left the stables. These things make me happier than all of the money we're about to make. My friend, I'm very happy. I wish you and your family all the very best. Hit me up on WhatsApp. Let me know how you're doing and especially how your family is doing. And, when the baby comes. As for the donkey that has left the stables, yeah, that is hilarious. Thank you for reminding me about that. I just like to be silly sometimes on Twitter. It's not that I'm trying to piss anybody off. I just try to be humorous, right? And perhaps my humor isn't for everyone, but it's just ridiculous. Like when you have nonstop these people saying that every single time XRP moves, we just had this during the lawsuit pump and just the recent pump like days ago. Once again, the same memes. The train has left the station, right? You will never see these prices again. What were the other ones? The money, derivatives market. We're about to flip the switch. London is ready. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's kindergarten level stuff. Like, who believes in this stuff when you're like, if I was 5 years old, maybe I would believe it. At 10, I would probably already not believe it. You know what I mean? I would know better at 10 years old than to believe that stuff. So I just joke around because, like, when you say the train has left the station, like I keep reiterating that again, statistically speaking, you're very likely to see these prices again. And what happened both the last times, the lawsuit pump and the recent one we had during like the second win, XRP is back to 51 cents. We saw these prices again, you know what I mean? And what's incredible is that these people have 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000 likes per tweet. Like, what are you liking exactly? I don't understand. Once again, if you're here for entertainment purposes and for the videos and you find out fun, that's all cool. If you're not here to make money, I have no problem whatsoever. If that basically provides entertainment for you and you're looking for entertainment, wonderful. But if you're here to make money and you think that's going to make you money, like you're going to like get a rude awakening. And if you haven't been getting a rude awakening since like 2017, since like the 2016 cycle, and you're like an OG from those years, and you still haven't understood how crypto works, I really don't know what to say at this point to try and guide and help. Like, I don't know what to say. I guess that's why I just sometimes use humor, because sometimes I just think it's useless. And I think that the right people who are here to make money will find it funny and will follow and will on board and will together change our lives and make it better. And I think that the wrong people will block me and that will mute me. So it's kind of like this blessing in disguise, you know what I mean? The right people like it because they're here to make money. The wrong people block me, get pissed off, say things under my tweets, and I block them myself also. Abdul Buckus, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Crypto Cat is saying, peace drop, keeps spitting that alpha content. Always glad to see the notification bell. Have a great day. Crypto Cat, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. My friend Belly Chavez is here. She's saying, my last chat did not post, was saying to have an amazing day, Rob. Thank you for all you do. Also said, I just realized I used to be an XRP maxi and follow the videos that none came showing price targets. You have been on point on your method. I'm super excited. Belly, thank you very much. I'm very well, my family as well. So I appreciate your kind wishes. I hope all is well on your end too. Thank you for joining, and thank you for the kind word. My friend Digital Citizen deleted his message. Brother, hope you write another one again. My friend International Crypto Asset Ninja saying, great to see you, brother. It's always good to see you, my friend. I love seeing you every single time. My friend Thomas Horton is saying, hey, Rob, thank you for your reply on Patreon. Thomas, thank you for your question. He says, I appreciate your advice. Keep up the great work, bro. Thank you, brother. That's very nice of you. Thank you. International Crypto Asset Ninja saying, let's place a like for Rob here. Yes, please. Put a like. Oh, Boom Mansur, you're here again. It's good to see you here. It's been a while. You haven't been here for a few lives. No, my friend, thank you for joining. Always good to see you here. Joyce Sewell is saying, hey, Rob, I like the repetition. As a 56-year-old, it takes a bit to sink in. Wow, 56 years old. Congrats, brother. I hope I make it your age. I've been holding a few bags since 2019. Didn't take enough profit last bull run. Hoping to do well next time. It's all right, my friend. Everybody makes mistakes. The main thing is that we learn from these mistakes. If we keep making the same mistakes over and over again, then that's the problem. If you learn now that the mistake was that you didn't take profits because you were expecting higher targets, you need to not have a training take profit, the problem is solved. That's it, right? Just make sure that once we reach the euphoria phase, that you have trailing take profits. Make sure that once the trailing take profit is hit, even if you're expecting 5,000% pump, let's say from a coin, but it's only up 500%, it does not matter. Take profit is hit, you get out. If it pumps further, you ignore further pumps, no matter how hard it pumps. You do not rotate those profits. You fully get out of the market, and you only buy back after massive crashes. As long as you do that, you secure amazing life-changing profits. It's just important that we learn from our mistakes. As long as we do, all is well. Digital Citizen saying, hi, Rob. First live in a while. Thanks for responding to my messages. Digital Citizen, thank you for your messages, my friend. It's a pleasure to respond to them. Pumansur is saying, hope humidity will be gone by end of October. Excited for cooler weather in Dubai. Absolutely, my friend. I can't wait for it to be more chilly here. I can't wait for the winds. Like, Bumaso, are you here? You know how hot it is. It's like, but it's getting better already. Like, like before, you used to wake up at like, let's say, by like what 12 o'clock, it was like 45 degrees. Now it's more like 36 degrees. So I can't wait for the temperature to fall to something like 28, 25 degrees at the peak. So that's going to be wonderful. Going to keep going to the beach and chilling. Bumaso, if you're here, once the weather is right, let's go to the beach. We can go chill, have a good time, my friend. JBR Beach. That's where I usually go. Digital citizen. I don't know. Mantis Toboggan is saying, Rob, have you taken a look at ILV Lithium? Great tokenomics, low supply, way down from all time high. Hope you're well, my friend. Thank you for that, Mantis Toboggan. I don't think I've ever looked at that. Let me take a screenshot of what you just mentioned, so I can take a look at it later. ILV Illuvium. Thank you for that. I don't think I've ever heard of that coin, but I will take a look at it today. Let's see. There are many coins that are on my radar. One of them will be added soon on Patreon very soon. You see, the thing is, there's like a problem here, right? With what you just said. Like, if I haven't heard the coin, that's a little bit off for me, because usually I kind of incorporate this thing into my strategy of buying gems, that I make sure that how would I say this without kind of disclosing it to a non-member. But basically, I just want to make sure that it's mentioned in the right places by the right people. there you go. Once that keeps happening for a while consistently, and the chart is right, it matches many charts that hard paused before. It's down enough, and there are many other things in there incorporated, and I see that this is a potential gem. Then I go forward and I buy it. But I'll check it out. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Digital Citizen saying, do you think your XRP exit strategy will resemble your others exit strategies? Digital Citizen, that's a very good question, right? As I mentioned earlier, like, I should not have announced that I'm going to do the exit strategy for XRP, because I thought that we're going to see whether or not the higher low for Bitcoin holds sooner, right? But that's not what happened. Once again, time frame. Do not try to time frame the market. I'm waiting to see whether or not we basically make a higher high. So once a Bitcoin makes a higher high, we will know that the higher low is held. And then I'm going to have a better understanding of what exactly XRP strategy is going to be. I have two scenarios right now in my head, and I want to see which one we'll go with. And that depends on whether or not the higher low for Bitcoin holds. Right now, since we're like teetering here on the edge of the higher low, I can't make up my mind, because I have to see whether or not it holds. Once I see whether or not it held, I'll decide what we're going with. Hope that makes sense, my friend. Digital Citizen saying, it was great to hear from you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's nice to have you here. Abu Mansour, you're in Abu Dhabi. Okay, awesome, my friend. I visit Dubai on weekends. Awesome, Abu Mansour. So if you're here during the weekend, when weather is nice and normal, and let's say like basically it's below 30 and people are going to the beach, let me know. Hit me up. Let's go to the beach, chill, and grab something to eat, my friend. Would love to meet you. It's been a while since we've been talking online, so would love to meet you, brother. Let's see, Mantis Toboggan saying it's ranked 127, one of the biggest gaming tokens. Really, it's 127. It's one of the biggest gaming tokens. That's incredible. Then like I said, I probably sorted through over 1,000 coins by now in crypto. Maybe the name just escapes me, but if it's like 127 and it's one of the biggest gaming tokens, it's funny that I can put my finger on it. But I will definitely check it out now for sure. Thank you very much. Down 98%, available on a lot of exchanges. Definitely, if you're interested in getting your perspective with ILV. Also, I am a member now. Lots of Patreon content. Awesome. Love the fact that you're a member, my friend. Since you're a member, send me a DM reminding me about ILV, please, and I'll get back to you within like 24 hours, giving my opinion on it. And we'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll add it to the $99 tier, but I got to check. I got to make sure a lot of factors are incorporated before we add it as a gem, so it might not be added. All right, my friends, we're 40 minutes in. My back hurts. We're 40 minutes in. Please kind of put a like here. I would really appreciate the like. I want to thank everybody for your time. Thank you for taking your time to come here and talk and discuss crypto and ask questions. I really appreciate it. Um, let's see. Remember, guys, do not force entries. Stay patient. Do not accumulate coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP that are out of the accumulation phase. If you really want to accumulate some coins, join the $99 tier and buy some of the coins and gems that have not moved, that I believe will move very well in a euphoria phase. The link to that will be left in the comments down below once this live is over and in the description on this video. Remember to be patient. Remember to ignore all the noise. And I think that's pretty much what we can say for now. Let's see what happens with the Bitcoin range, whether or not it breaks up or down. It's been a long time, but remember that despite sometimes it taking a very long time, every single range ends. All right, my friends, thank you very much. Yeah, bonito. Yes, brother. Talk to you soon. Thank you very much for finding the time to join. Hit me up on WhatsApp, brother. Let me know how you are. Everyone else, thank you so much. Sending you my love, and bye-bye.